Hello everybody, it's Chris. I'm back for my next video. To this point, we have done a little bit of review on angles, and that's kind of where we left off. So I wanted to do a short video reviewing what we had learned kind of the last couple days before class ended, where we were talking about triangles. Okay, so specifically, triangles are three-sided figures, three angles. That's basically what it takes to become a triangle, right? Regardless of what the triangle looks like, which you can see couple different examples here of different triangles, doesn't matter which direction they're going, what the angles look like. What we know is that every triangle has 180 degrees split between those three angles, okay? Every one of these triangles, if we were to get out and measure each of these angles with accuracy, we would see that when you add all the three angles up, it equals 180 degrees. Okay, so the sum of all angles is 180 degrees, regardless of what the triangle looks like. So that's helpful. If you know what two angles of a triangle are, then you can take those out of 180 to find the third angle, okay? So let's look at an example. All right, let's say this is a 47-degree angle, and this looks like about an 81-degree angle, okay? And we needed to figure out what this third angle was. Add these up, add the two that we know, and so between those two angles, there's 128 degrees in the triangle. This third one has to get us to 180, okay? So to figure out what that third angle is, take what we know out of the 180, okay? And we are going to end up with 52. This would be a 52-degree angle. Make sense? Okay, so let's take a look at some problems. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, so take a look at some problems here. All right, so here's a couple. Zoom in. How about we look at number 2 quickly? Okay, go ahead and pause it if you haven't already, and come up with this third angle. Okay, so now that you've paused it, I'm trying to make my screen bigger, but okay. So you can see two angles, 40-degree angle, and remember what this box means? The box means 90-degree angle. It means it's a right triangle. So it's 90 degrees. Put these two angles together, 90 and 40. You should be doing that mentally. 90 and 40 is 130. 130 degrees out of the total of 180 leaves a 50-degree angle. Okay. Go back to our worksheet. You see several examples. Now we're going to go down, how about number 5? Okay, take a look at number 5. Pause your video. Now, if you remember this, if you're good on this and you want to fast forward, feel free. I know some of you were doing really well. Again, this is just review. So number 5 looks a little different. Kind of have 2 rays with a line connecting. 137 degrees, 102 degrees. We're trying to find this angle. All right. Something like that. Okay, so remember in this worksheet, and you should have this worksheet. I should have sent it to you in the email today. It's just going to continue and getting a little bit more complicated. Remember, we're working on 3 big ideas here. So 3 big ideas. 1, straight line equals 180 degrees. Okay, that's actually how we're going to start this problem. Second big idea to solve these, which is the skill we're working on right now, which is triangles have a total of 180 degrees in them. Third big idea in order to solve these problems is that intersecting lines create vertical angles, opposite angles. Opposite angles are always the same. Okay, big ideas there. Straight lines 180, triangles are 180, vertical angles are equal. So we go back to our problem and we can see this angle is 137, this angle is 102. We're trying to get over to this angle, all right? So we're going to start with the idea of a straight line being 180 degrees. We can tell from there to there is 137. This finishes off that straight line. So 137 plus what is 180? If you do the math, you're going to get to 43. So that's a 43-degree angle. I don't know if you can see that or not. Now we're looking at the triangle in the middle, okay? What we know is the 3 angles of a triangle equal 180. Here are 2, 102 degrees and 43. Put those together is 145. Here's 145 degrees of the triangle here. So this is the rest that gets us to 180, making that a 35-degree angle. All right, we're almost there. Got to go back to the straight line is 180 idea. We can see part of this 180 is here. That's the 35. This is the rest. 180 minus 35 is 145. Okay. So let's look at another one. These are all pretty similar. This is a worksheet that we did before the end, before we were done. So quickly, number 10. Okay, if you haven't written down the 3 big ideas to do this worksheet, that would probably be a good idea to do. All right, number 10. Kind of looks like 2 mountains here. Something like that. Okay, not perfect, but close. So let's take a look. I guess I need the, sorry. 60, 65, 50, 35, okay. So again, we are working our way over to the question mark. Starting with the big idea of triangle number 1, we see 2 angles, 60 and 65 degrees. which makes a total of 125 of the 180, leaving 55 remaining. So we know this is a 55-degree angle. Using that and this angle, we're going to go back to the straight line of 180. That's being split between 55, 50, and the missing angle there. So we can see these two angles together are 105. This is the rest of the 180, making it 75. Now we're only focused on this third triangle, and again, triangles are 180. Here are two of the angles, which equal 110 degrees. What does this have to be to get to 180? That's going to be another 70 degrees. Okay, so again, triangles are 180, straight lines are 180. Let's go to some with algebra. All right, take a look at number 17. Okay, so here's our triangle. What we know is all three angles together equal 180. And so, you know, since we're continuing with our algebra, let's go ahead and set up this equation. What we know is 55 degrees plus 54 plus this expression equals 180. So I'm just going to start by writing out what I know. 55 plus x plus 74 equals 180. Okay, so write your equation out. Quick review with algebra. Remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to solve for the variable. We do that by isolating the variable. Okay, we are not quite ready to start solving this equation. First step would be combine like terms. So over here on the left side, we have three numbers that we can go ahead and put together. 55 and 54 and 74. Old school. Okay, that's 183. So I'm going to bring my x down, my 183, and my other side down. Okay, now that I'm simplified this equation, go ahead and get rid of that. I'm ready to start solving. Get x alone, so I need to get rid of this 183. The opposite of plus 183 is minus 183. What I do to one side, I do to the other. Keep it balanced. Left side still has my x. Your equal side comes down. 180 minus 183 would be a negative 3. Okay, I believe this part of the worksheet asks to solve for x, which we did. One thing to watch out for would be if the directions asked for, let's say that's angle A, they could say, what is the measure of angle A? Which, if that's the case, we need to plug in what we got for x to the expression for A. So negative 3 plus 74. So the measure of angle A would be a 71-degree angle. Okay? If you have questions about that, remember, you can always let me know. Which you can see here, starting on numbers 21, now they want you to find the measure of angle A. You know, go ahead and try and